Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Career Happy Hour. We will be getting started here in just a little bit. We'll give everyone a little bit of time to get that alert and come on into the live. In the meantime, I want you to go ahead and enjoy this hump day music while we jam it out on Career Happy Hour. As you come on in, make sure to drop in your name, where are you tuning in from, and what are you sipping on this evening? We'll get started here in just a little bit. Hello, everyone. Welcome. So glad to have you here at Career Happy Hour. It is hump day, everybody. It is hump day. We have 2 days behind us in the week. We have 2 more to go. And that puts us in a very sweet spot at hump day. And you know how we do it on hump day? We come together for Career Happy Hour. We're here to support each other, inspire each other, motivate each other, and learn some few nuggets along the way and do some networking. We do it all up here in Career Happy Hour. So really appreciate you guys dropping in for another episode. If we're so grateful for those who are able to join us live, but if you're not, we understand. Just go ahead and drop in the hashtag replay, so we know that you're catching the replay and we can give you some love. So for those of you who do not know me, I am Lashina Recruitalina, your 6-figure career brand coach. I am absolutely obsessed with your success. And here at Career Happy Hour, we're a community of ambitious career professionals and entrepreneurs who are here to inspire and motivate each other, to lean into each other, to support each other, to lift each other up. And then we're also here to normalize earning 6 figures. And 6 figures, remember, is not just $100,000. Oh, no. 6 figures goes all the way up to 999,999, one digit shy of $1 million. That's a big spread, guys, a big spread. So even if you're aspiring to get to 6 figures, we want to help you with that. And then those who are earning 6 figures, we want you to continue earning multiple 6 figures and get into the other side of $1 million. We can do it, guys. We can do it. It has been done, and you can do it too. So please keep tuning in to Career Happy Hour so that we can help each other on that journey, because it is a journey. It's not a destination. It is a journey. I am so super excited about our guest co-host tonight. And, we have some amazing guest co-hosts on Career Happy Hour, right? They have blown me away. I know that they've been blowing you away. But when I hear the moniker, the nickname Boss Lady in the title, oh, you know she's about to bring it. You know the fire is coming. And that is who we have tonight. But let me tell you a little bit about Boss Lady before I bring her onto the virtual stage. So, a little bit of her bio, just to get a little bit of insight about who we're meeting tonight. Zainab Carter is from Hampton, Virginia. She graduated from Hampton High School and attended Norfolk State University until she became with child at the end of her second semester, where she continued there after her daughter Zainab. Though she wanted to continue her education, she had an immediate need to provide for her daughter. Family first. She began working in the accounting field, where the company also paid for her continued education. She then went on to pursue her associate's degree in business, which laid the foundation for her future endeavors. She possessed hustle, grind, and the will to survive from her mother, who she lost at 25 years old to addiction. She relocated to Atlanta a couple of months after her mother's passing. Stepping out on faith, she started a cleaning service. Then she lost her fiance to a tragic construction accident. And with these two major losses, she often wondered how would she get through the storm and from under this dark cloud. Jehovah God was her refuge. She prayed for understanding, guidance, deliverance, peace, and protection. She came to the reality that life is too short for fear or regrets. She made a choice to live life as if there were no tomorrow. And today, she's a writer, an author, a serial entrepreneur, and business owner. Her goals are to propel and push souls that need healing through life's obstacles with her encouraging words and wisdom. Her belief is that every day we are blessed with another day of life, that there is a new start and a new opportunity. You never have to be the product of a hand you were dealt of your circumstances. As long as you pray, have faith, and trust your journey, the choice is yours. After that amazing bio, oh my goodness, I have chill bumps. Welcome to the virtual stage, Boss Lady.
Thank you, Lashina, Miss Rakutalina, for the platform and for inviting me here this evening. It's such a pleasure, and I'm absolutely honored.
Oh, thank you so much. From the first moment that I say met you, but really it was just that we were in the same circles. That I told you, I just felt just your energy was just so peaceful and just had this, you can tell when people are just genuinely just good to the bones, and I felt that. I've always felt that about you, Zainab. So I really appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Thank you again. Thank you. If it was no platform, we have to stick together and support each other, and we definitely make sure we do that. So it's always love here. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Let's see what some of the audience members are saying. We have Nigeria tuning in. Good evening, everyone. Nigeria here from Pensacola. Awesome. Nigeria, are you sipping on your regular, or are you doing something different? Let us know. And then we have someone on the platform. Let me see if I can grab who this is, because on some of the platforms it doesn't have their name showing. So let me see if I can find who this might be. Let's see. We also have, oh, that must be Pixie, because Nigeria said, hey, Pixie. Pixie, hey, girl, hey. She up there living her best life.
Yes.
Hazy. We have, let's see, who is that? Let me see if I can find out.
It's a Facebook user. I'm not sure.
I know. So sometimes it has sometimes they'll say their name when they post it. Well, I'll have to grab it over you. Oh, I think that's Candy.
Hey, Candy.
I know we're up in the house. Please, as you come on in, Make sure you put in your name, where are you tuning in from, and what are you sipping on. So speaking of sipping on, Z, let's start off our show with our drinks in hand. Oh, I love that. What are you sipping on?
I am drinking on some Terramana tequila with some lemonade. It's like the simply lemonade because I like the way it has like the fresh lemons in it, lemon
Mm.
pieces, and then I splash it with cranberry juice. I actually I have been a bartender for over 15 years, so I make my own little concoctions over here.
Oh, I was just about to say you've given a lot of good description with that drink. Not a normal, drinker would necessarily go to that detail. So I'm glad you clarified. You're a
Yes,
whole bartender up in here.
yes.
Nigeria said that looks refreshing, Z. Yes,
Thank
it does. That looks
you.
really good.
What about you, Lashina?
I am sipping on my favorite Cabernet, my Cabernet red wine. That's my go-to girl.
I love me a good wine too. I'm also a wino, so yeah,
We'll have to trade some notes.
yeah, absolutely. Let's do it.
Oh, well, I told you that I got goosebumps reading that bio, and there's so much more. I just kind of did the abbreviated version, but wow, I love how transparent you were in your bio and some
Yeah,
of the struggles that you've gone through, and how that's brought you to where you are today. And I want to be able to unpack that a little bit because on Career Happy Hour, we are here to help share career stories is what I call them because we
yes,
all have a story with our career,
we all.
and that story has helped make us who we are as a person and
Yeah,
who we are as how we move, how we interact with other people. And
right.
sometimes it could be in a negative way or it could be in a positive way. It just depends on how you spin it. So, I wanted to share a little bit about your career story. Now, everything that I've talked about where you are today.
Yes.
Now, is that what you thought you wanted to be when you grew up? When people say, "Hey, Z, what do you want to be when you grow up?" Is that what you told them?
No, actually, my heart was in the social work field. That's what I went to Norfolk State to major in. And the reason why it was so personal for me is because my mom nor my dad did not raise me. My aunt raised me. And she actually adopted me around 12 or 13, but she's had me since I was 6 days old, straight out the hospital. So, due to my mom's, addiction, um, it's just been a struggle for me before I even actually came out. And that's just the truth. I know that some of the environments that I was in as she carried me, your environment builds who you are and it builds your experiences. So just knowing that I had my aunt there for me and that regardless of my circumstances, I was still able to be the person that I want to be and to come out on top instead of choosing the other cards that I was dealt. So it's just important that you never think about what you're being, your circumstances, because it can always be worse. But the major thing is to keep going, keep your faith, keep praying, and just know that everybody is here for a purpose and a calling and a reason. You just have to find what yours is. So
Mm,
no, I never thought that I would be doing what I'm doing today because, like I said, I went for social work to Norfolk State University, had my daughter. Then when my mom passed in 2005, we actually were just getting into a good relationship of getting to know each other and things of that nature. Because I would see her from time to time, but not as often as I would like. So I started a cleaning service. I had actually started cleaning when I was 15 years old for a few family members and people that in the connected community. So I never thought that that's what I would be doing today. But as a CEO of A Plus Stars Cleaning, I have been running that since 2005, the year my mom passed. And that's what inspired me to move from Virginia to Atlanta to pursue that. And that's what I did. That's how I
wow.
started out my journey.
That is just an amazing story of how as we talk about here on Career Happy Hour, you took your lemons and you made a lemon drop out of that, girl. Like,
That's one of my favorite tricks. Speaking of happy hour.
yes. And but I said earlier, I really am inspired and admire your transparency and talking about some of your struggles, because that's one of the things that I like that our guest co-hosts are able to share here, because a lot of times we feel like there's there's things that you only talk about at home, and
Right.
it's only when you tell your testimony about your test that you then help someone else, because what we're going through isn't necessarily meant to help us. It's meant to help others, but they only get helped if you talk about it. And
Yes.
addiction is, I think, one of those taboo things that we don't talk about. It's just, because we don't want to be judged because of it. We don't want to, people to feel a certain kind of way. And I grew up with addiction in my family too.
Yeah.
And I know just some of the ways that it can affect you.
Yeah.
It is just, it takes a lot to get through it. I won't say over it, because you really are going through it, and I don't know if you ever get over it. Like, there's still some PTSD that I have, and today,
Yeah.
if I see a sharp knife, for instance, because when you're dealing with addiction,
Yeah.
it shows up in so many negative behaviors. So, what
It
would you
does.
share with our viewers or others, who have dealt with addiction and they're like, you know what? I ain't saying nothing about that at all.
My thing is, every lesson that we have in life, it turns into some type of blessing. So the way I look at it is, you should never be afraid of your past, because your past and your experiences is exactly who, is what made you who you are today. So I would never change a thing. Actually, I would never wish a different life upon myself, because, as you said, sharing our story and our testimony is what gets not only us through as therapy to talk about it and to discuss it, but also to share with others, to show them that if I can do it, you can do it, and that we can all get through this thing together. It's no such thing as a pity party for me. I've never wanted to feel anyone to feel sorry for me. I never wanted anybody to say, hey, I did used to hear, had these kids won't ever be anything. I love to hear what I can't do, because that just gives me the fuel and the fire to prove everybody wrong. And that's what you have to do. You have to prove everybody wrong. Even when you have self-doubts, you have to snap back in there and say, I don't want to speak anything but life and abundance into myself. And when you continue to stay on that path, that's what you'll get back in return from the universe. But think about, the universe is always listening. If you don't think you deserve it, and you don't think that you deserve better in your life, better won't come. And you'll stay in your same circumstances. So don't worry about the old circumstances. The only reason you look backwards is to see how far you come. You have to always look forward and have faith and prayer, and that that the future is going to be brighter.
Oh, that is so amazing. And I so believe in what you put out in the universe is
Yeah.
what you attract. And I mean, even to the point that, and even to the point of, not saying the word not, you know, instead of saying what you don't want, or I'm trying to think of another example, but something about, what you don't want. You don't say what you don't want. You always put forth what you do want. So if you
Yes.
say, I don't want negativity, or I don't want toxicity in my life, you can't say that, because the universe is not hearing the not.
Yeah.
You have to put forth what you do want, and
Yes.
then that's what you will attract. And that is the power of that, man.
The power of words. And I am, and I'm always telling myself, I'm so happy and grateful now. I say, this is my day. Today is my day. I will say, I often say, I'll never be broke another day in my life. It's just certain affirmations you say to yourself, um so you'll know, like, this is not, you have to keep yourself on the right mindset, because your mind and like self-awareness and just self-pity and things like that. It's just real important to keep yourself on a higher vibration. And I just believe in that, like full circle.
Yes. And that's the reason that I even talk about this show not being for everyone. And I get it, it's not for
Yeah.
everyone, but it is for high frequency, ambitious career professionals and entrepreneurs. And I intentionally put in high frequency because it's about having those high vibrations
Yep.
and living life and thinking about life in that high frequency. And
Yep.
that's what this show is about. It is about, and that's not to say that you won't have struggles. Like we talk about the struggles, we talk about the
Yep.
ebbs and the flows and the dips and the valleys and the highs and all of
Yep.
that, but still keeping it very high vibration. And I love that about the affirmations and your affirmation. And for the viewers, we want to hear, what are some of your affirmations that
Yeah.
you really love? Because the anything that starts with I am in an affirmation, I love, love, love. And even if there's something that I want to attract in life or my career or anything, I will come up with an affirmation that's specific to that. And then that'll be my, my um I'll put it on repeat,
Or
every
mantra.
day.
The mantra.
I'll put it on my mantra for, a period of time, and then I'll
Yep.
switch it up depending on something else that I want to attract. And I think that's one of the things that I really inspires me when I see you go live and on videos and such. That's one of the you say grand risings.
Yes,
Um,
peace and grand rising, peace, light, and grand rising. Just putting out the correct energy. When you first wake up, giving thanks that Jehovah God felt fit to wake you up another day, and it shows that you still have purpose and work to do. So we can never take that for granted, because I always talk about how somebody didn't wake up
yeah.
this morning. So you can never take it for granted, and we don't know what tomorrow brings. So we have to live our life, like I said in my bio, like it's no tomorrow. And so that's just how I move. That's how I move. That's how I love. That's how I, work, everything. I just go with the flow of the things that I feel. I really follow my heart a lot, but I try to keep that out of the business aspect of it. But I really do follow the intuition of, the Most Highs, and just knowing that they're going to keep guide me the right way and keep me on the right path, because that's another thing that I ask for every day. So.
Wow, that's great. Now say it again. What do you say? You say, well, how do you start it off?
Peace, light, and grand rising, beautiful people.
That is so beautiful. So beautiful. And it just sets the pace when you start speaking, that people
That's the time.
know from where you're speaking. That's
Right,
really awesome. Now,
right.
I talked about in your intro about, I'm sharing the virtual stage with Boss Lady as your moniker. So tell us a little bit about, how did you get this nickname, moniker, whatever you want to call it, of Boss Lady?
Well, I really gave Boss Lady to myself because I want to be respected as such. So when I say Zainab Boss Lady Carter, I want you to know that I'm coming, with no games. I'm shaking your hand firm. Hi, how you doing? Peace, light. I'm Zainab Boss Lady Carter. I'm interested in just making sure I put out the right energy, and I'm interested in what the other person has to offer as well, and I'm receiving that, energy, in that energy exchange back and forth. So um not only did, like I said, I had my A+ stars cleaning service since 2005. For 2 years now, I've started Boss Lady Wellness, which is my health and wellness business, where I also not only get people on health regimes and meal plans, but also I sell health and wellness products. One of my number one is my NutriBurst. This is my liquid vitamin I take every day. It's only three that I do every single day. Detox tea, and then also my NRG, which gives me energy. So those are my top three products for my Boss Lady Wellness. And then I also am dipping into the trucking industry, the box truck industry, which is Trucking Boss Lady LLC. So I'm just incorporating Boss Lady within my next two business ventures, and I'm just allowing that to take its course because there's everything in the name. So that's
It
how I
is.
call myself Boss Lady.
It
'Cause
is
you have
everything in a name. It's similar to, what we're talking about with the law of attraction, right? You're putting
yes,
out in the universe
yep,
what you want to attract and to receive. And I love, love, love that. And, just some of when you talked about boss lady, it's also about that presence, right? And you
yes,
talked about that firm handshake.
yes,
And because being in the recruiting world, when we weren't, in lockdown and we were actually interviewing people in person,
right.
people would make a first impression off of a candidate by the way that they would shake your hand. Like if
Absolutely
they gave you this little flimsy little handshake, it's like,
right,
But
right.
you go in there like, you just firm, just
Yes, with respect. Yeah,
right, and it sets the stage just like you are speaking words in the way that you shake hands. And
yes,
I believe that, even though I'm vertically challenged, people don't expect when my firm handshake come out, but it's gonna
yeah. They
come.
don't expect that.
Yes. And then also with your multiple entrepreneurship ventures, I think that, sometimes, people, sometimes people think, well, if you're all over the place, are you doing anything? And I get that perspective for sure, because,
Yeah.
we do talk about multiple streams of income being very important on Career Happy Hour. And so, with a lot of what you're doing, how do you see the synergy there and what you're doing? Because it is different facets, but
Yes.
usually there's a theme. So, what do you think is your theme?
I think my theme is just pretty much the energy that I give to my clients. Like they don't want to deal with anybody else. They don't want to go to anybody else because I take care of them. Not only as if they're just a number because they're not a number, they become a family, within my brand. So I just treat people with the same love and respect that I would want in return. And not only that, when you go into people's home, I teach my employees as well when I go myself to do quality checks that people's home is a sacred area. Cleanliness is next to godliness. So the energy that you have about yourself, and then you're cleaning something dirty and creating it to sparkle and to shine, it just gives me another form of feeling like I'm just making things brand new again. So every day to me is a new start. So even if the things that you did yesterday, you have to criticize, with every business, things change. You just make sure you critique it and you do better the next day. I'm just in competition with the person I was, yesterday. I'm not in competition with any other businesses, any other business owners. The money will come. It's about your energy, and the people like to attract and work with real, authentic people. And I just keep it authentic. I just keep it authentic and real. And I think that's the balance between all my businesses. I'm just always who I am. I'm never, I don't change up or switch up.
Yeah, you're right. And the theme that I hear in your businesses is is really helping people to be anew, be fresh, to have that fresh start. And
Yes.
because I think of that with your cleaning business. I mean, I
Yes.
that is that is such a talent to be able to do that, because different people do it differently, but when
Yeah.
you have people who care about it as you're speaking about it, then
Yeah.
it's amazing the feeling that you get when you walk into a freshly clean house. That
Yeah.
smell, the energy, like you said, it's just like,
Yeah.
woo, okay, I
Yeah. You
got
can
this,
do
I can
things.
do this.
Yeah. I can maneuver. Your feng
Yes.
shui and is everything.
And then to go to the wellness part of what you do in your business, like our header said, ain't nobody got time to be sick,
No,
because
we got money to go get. We got money to go get.
we,
So if your
we
health is not right, you can't do anything else or be there for yourself, your business, handle your business, or be there for your family. And that stuff all trickles down. So you want your health to be up here and then let everything else flow after, because your health is your wealth. That's it. If you're not good, healthy, you can't get nothing done. And nobody want to be unproductive.
Oh, you preaching. You preaching. You preaching. And then if your house is not in order and clean, it can make you sick.
It can make you sick, and then not having things organized, not knowing where things are, time management, cleanliness, getting the kids out the door, making sure that you're, teaching them better habits and things. It's just a whole thing. So I even have some clients to help me teach the kids what they need to do to keep their rooms and to stay organized and to do this and that. Like, I'm helping the whole family. It's just not, they're just not a number. I'm taking their money, running through the house. No, I'm actually giving them a cleaner regime that works for them and their family. And I'm just making sure that they don't have anything to worry about. Like, I want, because there wouldn't be any purpose for me if they could do the same thing that, and that I'm doing. I
Mm-hmm.
have to come with something bigger than that. I got to come better, and I got to come correct. And that's what I do for my clients. And I've had clients for over 10 years, the same clients. I didn't watch kids grow up, spouses, pass away from different, things. And just, it's just really family. It's really a family
Wow.
oriented place. And like I said, once they get with A+ stars cleaning, they don't want anybody else in their house.
Wow. So you keeping them clean and well from the outside and the inside. And so
Yes,
the
mind, body,
inside,
soul.
yes. So on the inside, what would be like, I would say your top tip, but maybe a couple of top tips on taking care of your inside. What would be some of the things that you would share with some of these ambitious career professionals and entrepreneurs we got tuning in?
Well, I know that with the way, life is, we can't always, sometimes we eat on the go, sometimes we may have to stop and get something fast. Just make sure that the fast food choice is the healthiest choice that you could possibly make. Also, make sure that you're being conscious of the things that you do eat. Try to balance it out. Try not to eat too much. I mean, because I'm not a heavy meat eater, but I don't eat any beef or pork, and that's been that way since I was about 13 years old. I used to be a pescatarian for 12 years, but then I incorporated chicken and also ground turkey back into my diet, but I still try to balance things out. I love seafood. Coming from Virginia, we live right by the water. But whatever I do, like I said, I detox every night. So me detoxing cleanses out everything that I don't need. And so I detox at night, and then in the morning I replenish it with my liquid vitamin, which gives you everything. Because when you detox, it gets rid of the good and the bad. So you have to replenish the good back in. And then the days like that I'm not feeling my 100%, I always take my NRG, which is a natural energy pill. It burns 350 to 50 calories per capsule. So sometimes if I forget to take that pill, I remember like, oh, I didn't take my NRG. It helps with mental clarity, and it sends happy signals to the brain. So people that have depression and things of that nature, or they feel a little sluggish, instead of drinking coffee all day or these energy drinks that aren't healthy for you, then, that's just something that I substitute. And I have been doing that for about 2 years now, and it has worked wonders for me. And I also recommend you putting in time, at least 30 minutes a day, to work out, to get moving. And I know during COVID, that may not have been the easiest for us because we were stuck in the house, but still at the same time, just move your body for 30 minutes a day. Take your necessary vitamins, supplements, and things that you need to stay alert and stay healthy. But also make sure, like I said, you're watching how you speak to yourself, because a healthy mind brings everything else in alignment. So just make sure you're talking and speaking life over yourself and taking the right things as far as foods, supplements, water, just making sure all that stuff is balanced out. And I mean, you guys should be fine.
Those are some awesome, awesome tips.
Thank
You flew
you.
through that though. You flew through it. So we gonna unpack it a little bit. But for
Okay.
those that are interested in some of your products,
Yes.
let's go ahead and let them know where could they go and find the products.
Actually, if you follow me on Instagram, it's at Zainab Zainab underscore boss lady underscore Carter. Then you go in the bio of my Instagram, and there's a link tree Zainab Boss Lady Carter. You can go straight to that link, and you can order any of the three products and more. I offer a lot more, down to sea moss, down to different other flavored teas, and just we have essential oils. We have all types of things. You guys just have to go check it out yourself. And if you have any questions or concerns, don't be afraid to DM me, for any questions or anything, so I can product match you with what you need. And so, but it's important to stay, you keep that health first, and don't play about your health, because I'm loyal to my products and my health every day. So you
You
guys
do
should do the same.
product matching? That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, because we got to know what you need and what works for what. Because everything doesn't work for everybody, and everybody
Right.
doesn't need everything, but definitely can product match you. So no worries, we got you.
That is amazing. And so, there's a lot of products out there. We
Mhm.
see infomercials, commercials, all
Yeah.
kinds of things. So, what would you say about the product line that you have that may be a bit different than what you might see on an infomercial or in a store?
Well, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I've tried a lot of things, throughout my journey of trying to figure out what works for me. And it's a lot of times I would be disappointed, because my weight has always fluctuated. So when I got with doing the top three products I showed you, and then also for 30 days I did a 30-33 challenge, where I had two accountability partners. We worked out. We took these three products every day for 30 days. Worked out at least 30 minutes per day for 30 days. And the results that I got were amazing. I lost 40 pounds.
What?
I lost 40 pounds. You can go see my before and after on my Instagram. I have a couple of before and afters. And I was just like, this is what happens when you stay consistent and have the right product match to the things that you need. And I was just, like I said, detoxing every night, drinking my detox tea. I was taking my NutriBurst in the morning, and an NRG pill or two in the morning before my workout. And it gives you energy. It gave me energy to get through my workout. And even on every Wednesday last summer, we were doing Stone Mountain. So we would climb Stone Mountain, which is about a mile and a half. We would go up and come back down, and we would not leave anybody behind, because it's about making sure nobody gets left behind. And that's how I am in life and in business. I don't want anybody to get left behind or not get the full, experience that they deserve. So you guys, just, that's what I did, and it worked for me. And I wouldn't put out anything that I haven't tried or
Yeah.
hadn't worked for me myself.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I've got to believe it in order to even put my name and my brand behind
Yes, to
it.
connect with it.
It's
Exactly.
with
Exactly.
anything. That's amazing. And
Yeah.
and I can really I can speak to that a little bit just because because with my health struggles, with me going through breast cancer, that's
Mhm.
one of the things that really, I don't know, it gave me a swift kick in the butt that
Yeah.
I didn't realize. Because yes, we in school we learned, the different um areas of what you should eat and what you
Mhm.
shouldn't eat, but there's just so much research that you need to do for yourself,
Yeah.
because information gets put out there that benefits certain things and
Yeah.
organizations, and I'll leave it at that. Just like in
Exactly.
history, they don't tell us all the history.
No.
They only tell you what they want you to know. So you have to do your own research. So
Yep.
I would say the same thing to anyone about your health, is to do your own research.
Mhm.
Even, and I'm not knocking medical doctors, because they definitely serve their purpose,
Right.
but they're also practicing medicine.
Yes.
Operative word, practicing. And that's where we as an individual have to be our own advocate for
Yep.
our health, And sometimes that means that, like you said, you got to mix it up. Don't, make a conscientious decision about that fast food place. Not
Right.
because of, in my opinion, not because of weight, because I've never, for the most part, I haven't had really much issues on the weight side of it. But your body cells,
Yeah.
they need to be fed, they need to be nourished. We don't see those cells, but
No.
that's what cancer is. It's where your cells, as I say, your cells go rogue and they decide they want to have a party,
Mhm.
and then you know and that's what happens. But you need your cells not to have a party, you need them to be
Yes.
doing what you need them to do for your body.
Right.
And that's where
Well,
supplements come in.
yeah. Well, I'm so proud of you, Queen, for being such a survivor and your strength, for getting through. And I know that that's definitely, definitely inspiring someone out there that has gone through the same thing you've gone through. So we thank you for being such a warrior. Absolutely.
Thinking about,
Yes. Yes, survivor.
oh,
I
crazy,
love it.
crazy. But I know, a lot of us are having our own medical issues.
Yeah.
From diabetes to high blood pressure, and there's
Yeah.
so much of that we can manage
Hmm.
by what we intake in our body through our mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, through our mouth. And actually, I usually don't put this on blast, but since we're sharing, you talked about being so, real and 100% authentic and transparent. I actually have a pacemaker that I've had since I was 21 years old.
What?
So, yeah, because since I was 2 years old, which has, all this is connected to the addiction that my mom had in carrying me while, using it while carrying me.
Hmm.
So I used to have seizures from when I was 2 years old, all the way up until the time I got my pacemaker. I would have seizures, and they couldn't figure out, why one side of my heart would stop, and then the oxygen wouldn't go to my brain, and I would kind of faint or pass out. So when I was 21, I was at work, and it was probably 30 minutes away from the hospital that I wanted to have gone through to make sure my family can be there for me.
Hmm.
I worked 30 minutes away, and I had to go through a tunnel from Virginia Beach, Virginia, through to Hampton, Virginia. And when I got there, I was still feeling the symptoms of me having have a seizure, but I actually didn't do it. But I kept feeling that way, and so the fact that I got there, why I had the feeling, they finally caught it, and then that's what they said. I needed to get a pacemaker to keep the left side of my heart to continue to beat. So Boss Lady is more. It's like I'm the little engine that could. I will not give up. It doesn't matter what's going on the inside. I'm gonna take care of myself, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and I'm gonna keep going. So I don't let anything stop me. And like I said, I rarely tell that to anybody, but y'all know now it is what it is. But I'm just,
Wow.
I just don't play. I won't stop. I won't stop, and I won't feel as if I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me. Please
Exactly. Well,
don't.
I so appreciate you sharing and being
Thank you.
transparent, because
Thank
it is going to help someone. It is going to help
you.
someone out there who might feel a certain kind of way, or feel, apprehensive about having a pacemaker. And it's like, what? Let my test be your testimony, and let
Please.
me help somebody else. So I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Look
Thank you.
at you
Thank
working
you.
it over here. And I put up the scroller at the bottom that has
Yes.
your Instagram handle on there. So
Sure.
make sure that you go there, that you like her, give her some love on her Instagram, and then you can go to the link tree as she mentioned to find out more about the products. And I love that product matching. So I definitely, we
Yes.
need to talk about that. We need to talk about
Yes. Yes.
because just some amazing things to be able to stay in control of your own health is
Right.
important. And like we talked about, your health is your wealth. I believe, oh my goodness, I believe in that. and if,
Yes.
and if you are sick, and it's just unproductive when you
Very
see, because when
unproductive.
you feel that druggy feeling,
You don't want
and
to
you're,
get out the bed. You sluggish.
no.
You don't want to do anything. Like you very unproductive. I don't want to be. I don't want to
Mhm.
be tapped out. I want to be tapped in.
Yes, yes. You don't want to have that foggy brain as you're trying to make
No.
decisions and make money moves because
Yeah.
it just clouds you. You want to
Right.
be crisp and on
Right.
it and
And
clear.
on it and on top of it.
I love it.
Taking care of yourself assures that. And so when you're home and your health from the inside out is taken care of, then everything else just flows for me.
It does. It
It
really
really
does. Because then you can show up not just for other people, but for yourself.
yeah.
And a lot of times we give of ourselves to others so much that we don't have any left for ourselves.
Exhausting. And you can't pour from an empty cup.
Mm.
Can't pour from an empty cup. So you got to make sure yours is full. So you can, give a little here, give a little there, give a little here. But I had to learn myself that I cannot always say yes to everybody and everything. And it's okay and healthy to put yourself first and to say no, or not at this time. That's also a thing for me. Like that goes hand in hand with taking care of yourself, because you can run yourself. People will run you dry, honey.
Oh yes, yes, and you can, and there's and you're speaking to you're preaching to the choir, as they say, because I'm the same way. I want to say yes to everything. I want to do everything because I have such a curious mind. So
Yeah,
I'm always grabbing for information and new experiences. But you do have to learn to say no, and like you
yeah,
said, that sometimes no just can mean no, not right now. Not saying forever, but in this
yeah.
moment
Just
of
not at this
time,
time.
right? You don't have the capacity for it. Like we gotta be careful of that. And then just like when you're in an airplane, when if they say something happens with the airplane,
Right.
that mask, that first mask needs to go on numero uno.
Yes. Needs to go on yourself first.
Because you cannot help anybody else until you have that mask on yourself, because then you're gonna pass out trying to help somebody else, and then you're no good for nobody.
Right. You need that foundation and protection at all times.
Yes, so amazing. So
All times.
please, please, everyone, take care of your health, no matter what that is. You going to for your annual physicals. Women, getting your mammograms done. I'm testimony to that. Men, you have your due diligence that you need to get your annuals done, and
Right.
then just a daily, even the importance of water. Like,
Yeah, your intake. Please. Please make sure you're getting your water in.
and it's not just because you need water. And I think that's where I don't know, we're somewhere in learning about the things that we need to put in our bodies. I missed the point of it.
Right.
I missed the point that it's actually for your cells that you
Right.
need to hydrate with water. It's not just
Right.
because you really need water. It's because there's a purpose that the water
You
is
have to keep
doing.
cleansing yourself and making sure that that your insides can get dehydrated as well and dry. Okay, you want to make sure that everything is being flushed through and flowing correctly, and water just helps all of that just sync together, and it just makes everything in alignment. And then when you're dehydrated, like your energy is low, it's like you're dry, it's like you just have to just make sure that you make sure you're doing what you need to do so you can keep going, and water is definitely a big part of that.
That's beautiful how you just said that, actually. Beautiful. And the other thing that I will just piggyback on that, as they say, is that when people are sick, the first thing that people recommend is drink plenty of water, get your liquids. And
Yeah.
that's why, to Zainab's point, is
Mhm.
to flush all of those toxins out so that you can let your body do the healing that it needs to do to get
Yep.
better.
Absolutely.
Ooh, I
Absolutely.
hope people I hope they get this, because I know it took me a while to get it, but
You need
I'm
those
getting it.
electrolytes. You need those electrolytes.
Yes, electrolytes. In addition to the water, I didn't even know that. Like,
Yeah.
water is just not enough, but having electrolytes in your water to
Is
help you absorb the water is even
That
more important than the water.
it really is. It really
Man.
is.
See,
Yeah.
this is a whole education. I hope people are picking it up and learning it. And I'm not saying I'm perfect by no means. It's a journey for me every day.
Me
But,
either. Not perfect. I have my days too, but I get right back on track when I know, like, oh no, gonna catch me slipping.
yes. Now, I know that you have shared with us your Instagram and how to get in contact with you about the product matching, but you also have a free gift for our audience and our viewers. So please
Yes.
do share about your free gift.
Well, my free gift is in alignment with the fact that I help men and women rise higher in life, business, and health. So I created a free ebook, and it's on howtorisehigher.com. You go to howtorisehigher.com, get my free ebook. There's some great tips in there on how to keep yourself motivated mentally, physically, and just making sure that you're keeping your health first and that you can be there for your business, yourself, and your family. That's what it's all about, being in alignment. So, the ones that you need to be there for are taken care of along with yourself. So go get the book, ebook, howtorisehigher.com.
Thank you, Queen. Thank you.
Thank
That's amazing. I put the website up on the screen so
you.
everyone can get their
Yep.
free gift from you. That is just so beautiful of you to share that information with us and
My
to
pleasure.
pour into people. I mean, that's what I see that you're doing in all of
Yes.
these different aspects of your business. You're pouring into people so that they can show up and be the best version of themselves.
Yes.
You're
And
doing
that's
it.
what counts. Thank you.
You are doing it, doing it. Cannot wait to have you back again because, like all boss ladies, we don't stay still.
No.
We continue to build, we continue to have new things. So I know you're gonna have some more new things to bring to us, and we're gonna have you come again and share with some of the amazing things that you are continuing to do. So thank you for sharing
No.
this time with us and cannot wait to have you back.
All right. I appreciate everything. Again, thank you so much for the opportunity and the platform, Lashina Recruitalina. I appreciate you so much. It was a pleasure. Thank you,
Thank
everyone, for tuning in. And like we said, nobody got time to be sick. So, y'all go put your health first because your health is your wealth, guys.
Awesome, awesome. All right. Oh my goodness, guys! I told you it was going to be an amazing night with Zainab Boss Lady Carter up in the house. Oh my gosh, so amazing! All of those nuggets that she's dropping. Just I hope that even if you didn't catch it the first time, that you go back and catch the replay because so many of the things that she shared, it is something that we need everyone to pay attention to. Your health is so important. Your wellness is so important. That's how it shows up in your career, because if you have something going on with your medical in your health, then a lot of times you can't do your best work. And there have been people who've actually been let go and fired just because their health has gotten in the way of them being productive. Now there's certain, laws that protect you from not losing your job if you're going through, certain FMLA type of scenarios, but there's the after effects of that is just how you show up, and that is tied to your wellness and to your health. So I really hope that everyone was able to get as much out of our guest co-host as I did. And please make sure that you are taking care of yourself because we are here to normalize six figures. And ain't nobody got time to be sick because you need your health in order to continue building your wealth. So appreciate everyone who is able to tune in with us tonight. Please make sure that you are staying recruitable, visible, and profitable around here. And if you need help in how to do that, make sure that you're connecting with me. And you know that I help career professionals, corporate career professionals who've been laid off and are looking to get back to work doing what they love. So if you know of those who are in that situation where they're laid off and overwhelmed and they need some assistance, they need some help, they need someone to walk them through that journey that they're going through from an expert recruiter, please make sure that you have them go to my website at iamreadyrecruitalina.com, and I will most certainly see if there's a good fit for us to work together. So appreciate everyone for tuning in again. I am your host, Lashina Recruitalina. I am absolutely obsessed with your success. Let's go out in this community and normalize earning six figures. And we are going to be able to do that by staying visible, recruitable, profitable, all while we are rocking our oomph. We are so appreciative for another night. And you know, we'll be here next week, same time, same place, same day. We'll see you then.